everybody. It's been a while. I'm sorry. I had one's a doctor's appointment, the other one's an appointment to an anticoagulant clinic that deals with blood thinners, and which I'm on. I'm on Eliquis for my heart. Um, Other than that, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fine, and of course, this is on a personal note. I'll be seeing a cardiologist next month. Finally, they came through on the uh, referral, and they were having system issues, and so, which does happen, they get a backlog, and they're trying to get caught up on the backlog. Anyway, I hope everybody's good and well, and some weather's been popping up. Here it's been cooler somewhat. It's not as bad. We did get rain over the weekend, which we do need, and which trying to help with some of the sporadic wildfires that's been going around. For my chat today, it's a special. Sorry, it's a special. Normally I do my chats Mondays and Fridays. So I'm doing it today and again on Friday, if I can, if I'm not busy with other things. So I'll hopefully have my chat on Friday as usual. But like if there's any changes made, I will keep you guys informed and everything, and just chat about almost anything under the sun. So anyway, as of last week, I did watch the Democratic National Convention. And it was very, very good, very well planned. And they were putting out the case for a lot of information to a lot of people and saying, hey, you may not know this, and everything else. And they say you need to push back sometimes. Because you say facts and facts only. No, more and more people, when they want to see a convention, they don't want to keep hearing talking heads all the time. They want to see the convention, see what's going on, and see what's happening on the floor and everything. I noticed the floor was not as wild as previous conventions. I remember growing up and watching them, because there's media down there all the time, but you don't see very many talking heads. You see mostly reporters talking to other delegates and talking to people that are heading their various committees that represent the delegates that go to the convention. So anyway, I listened to Vice President Harris's speech. I love her speech. I like the way she spelled it all out and gave as much people information as possible. And she puts out her game plan, what policy she wants to promote or make better. And she really, as she pointed out, she despises Project 2025. She said that's not in the people's best interests. That's all backwards, which it is. And frankly, in my opinion, Project 2025 belongs in a burn barrel. And Trump had he's lost the election anyway. Because of all his antics and all the trouble he's gotten himself into. Yes, him. He done this all to himself. He did not follow the rules. He did not follow the law or anything else. So he should not be anywhere near the White House. I think where he should be is in prison. Is where he belongs. He spats all these lies and everything else. It came to a point where it's very, very tiresome. Even Fox News finds it tiresome, except for their diehard Trump fans. And I go, guys, what do you see in this guy? He broke the law. He's been convicted for 34 felony counts. You should not be converting with a criminal. And so, frankly, I think Judge Merchan should just go ahead and do the sentencing and throw Trump's ass in jail and keep him there. Because he's now, he's done some really dumb things, dumb, stupid things, and he's endangered a lot of people. So, no, he should be in prison. And during those 4 years that he was so-called president, he didn't act like one. He did not conduct his job as one. All he did was like, oh, yippee, I could do whatever I want. No, you can't do whatever you want. You have to follow the law. And you have to, try to make things better for the people of the country. And he didn't. He was making it all for himself. That's not how you conduct being president of the United States. Now, I really like Vice President Harris. She's concerned about the people. She wants the best things for them and for us. And I think she'll do a wonderful job. I really do. She has a lot of ideas. She listens. She wants suggestions. She wants ideas and everything from all people from all walks of life in the country. She knows that each section of the country has its issues. And we're always not on the same issue. We're on different problems in each section of the country. So she wants to address those separate problems. So she wants to she wants to improve ACA. And what I suggest to her, if anybody watches my podcast here, is that take the dental and include it in the ACA. Combine it together. The military combines both their medical and dental together. And they're finding out when they do that, there's a big improvement for healthcare in the military because people are healthier longer and everything else. They get their teeth issues fixed and everything else. Well, the same thing should be with the civilian. We should have both our medical and dental together. And there should not be any limitations on getting, dental work done. And also there should be no out-of-pocket. You pay enough as it is paying for your insurance. They should be able to cover the whole thing. There should be no restrictions. Now, the other thing I noticed in the news, they discovered the DOJ. I don't know if you guys saw the press conference with the DOJ. I don't know if you've heard of RealPage. They're a algorithm company or something, dealing with apartment rentals and apartment prices. Well, they're trying to make it where it's difficult for various apartment owners and everything else to compete against each other. Well, you would have to watch the press conference on that. But what they do is cause the prices of rental prices in apartments to go sky high, and which has been causing a backlash and problem for people that want to rent but they can't because it's too high. And And hence, when that happens, you have the homeless issue. Because people can't afford their rental prices. So the DOJ is going after RealPage and going after some of the uh, corporate apartment owners on this little issue and say, no, you have to be fair. You know, you don't need an algorithm. You should let the apartment owners set their own apartment prices, and you should make competition fair. You should not close one of each other out. That's my other pet peeve, okay? Now here in my apartment complex, we're a senior living apartment. And so we're pretty much tied in with Social Security that does this. And they cannot raise X number of dollars on rent. They have to get permission first in order to raise the rent through the Social Security. My rent here within the last year just only went up $6. They didn't go up, like hundreds of dollars like others have. So they need to get rid of the greed, and they need to lower the rental prices, and they need to start level the playing field and stop the greed altogether. And people say, oh, well, that's not going to happen. I go, yeah, it's going to happen. Because with this lawsuit by the DOJ, we'll go after RealPage on this. And they will go after some of the corporate apartment owners and say, you need to stop doing this. You need to let other smaller, medium, and smaller apartment owners set their own prices. You don't need to set their prices for them. And you don't need to squeeze out the competition on this. So anyway, let's see what else is going on. I don't know if let me check my viewer. Did I turn on my viewer? Yeah, I turned it on. Okay. For some reason, probably a lot of people are off today. Also, don't forget, next weekend is Labor Day. So, I might do a Monday show, but I'll see where I am on it. And again, I might change my schedule to Tuesdays and Fridays and do it that way. But I'm looking at more. Let's see, what else? Anyway, with Trump losing, and then of course he's playing games on the sometime in September is the debate. And they don't want the mute button. Or they want the mute button so they can mute out Vice President Harris. Vice President Harris says, no, we don't want the mute button. We'll just let him, let's be adults and let's do this properly. In other words, Trump wanted to do what President Biden suggested. Well, since President Biden is no longer running for president, and he handed his reins over to Vice President Harris, who is running for president, he's trying to figure out a way how to back out of this. Well, she stated earlier that if he's there or not, she's still going to do the debate. And, the other empty podium debate. And he's going to lose. He's lost anyway, more than anything. Now, the vice presidential debate. Now, that's going to be interesting. I don't know if Vance is going to be smart enough and game enough to debate um, Governor Walz. Now, Governor Walz he's got a lot, vast more experience than Vance does. And he also served 24 years in the Army National Guard. Whereas Vance served only 4 years. 4 years, I think it is. There are tours for National Guard like 4 years. And if you need to re-up, you could re-up. Now, Governor Walz, he served 24 and he earned up his rank. And he retired as the E9, which is the Command Master Sergeant. Or Command Sergeant Major. So, more power to him. And I like Governor Walz very well. He also listens. He and Vice President Harris will make a wonderful team. They really will. They'll bring fresh blood. They'll bring fresh ideas and set everything straight more than anything. I think now, even though as much as I like President Biden, I suspect he stated in his one interview he hasn't been feeling very well lately. And I think the COVID attack that he had took a lot out of him. Like in any major illness, it knocks you through a loop. So I do hope he feels better and gets rest, not push himself too hard, and vote blue November, guys. Push back, insist, persist, push back, talk to your senators, talk to your representatives, and remind them that they work for you. They don't work for corporations. Remind them they work for you. Whereas like Vice President Harris said, I work for the people. I don't work for corporations. See? A big difference. And one last thing. As far as Trump goes, I hope Judge Merchan throws his ass in jail. I'm sorry, I'm being blunt here. Throws his ass in jail and keep him there. He should be punished. Trump should be punished and held accountable for what he did. And of course, he's acting like a 2-year-old brat. I considered prison for him is equivalent being facing the corner in a hallway to think about what he did wrong or anything. Well, since some of my friends have not shown up, but be sure to watch this. I will post this in my YouTube channel, and I will see you on Friday at 1 o'clock, as always, because I don't have any more appointments or things going on. And I will talk to you all later. Okay? Love you all. Bye-bye.